non-piece, I recall, right?
Yes, Shanks in non-piece, that's right. Oh, you were just telling me what else I was in? I was like, that's the most redundant question I've had. Yeah, Shanks in non-piece, which was interesting. He sent me the lines and I recorded a bunch of different voices, and then he was like, yeah, don't do any voices, just do yourself. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know if it's because I sucked at it or if it's just because I wanted a boring voice. Zork shirt, yes.
Yes. What is your favorite abridged episode of Yu-Gi-Oh?
My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged episode is probably 45. That's the one with frigging rags as she's in. I genuinely enjoy every moment of that episode. I feel like there isn't any weak points. Hankish star's hilarious, and I think I hit the right emotional keys. Like, I always struggle between making it funny and making it, you know, just the right amount of emotional, because Marek killing his dad and going insane is kind of an important moment in the series. I didn't want to downplay it, but I also didn't want to make it, you know, too disturbing or anything. So I kind of felt like I kind of hit the right note with that episode without getting too, you know, depressing. So I'm very proud of that one, and the acting as well, I felt like was pretty good. So, 45, probably. Also, Marek is adorable. Luigi.
What do you consider your worst work?
Oh, you will never see it. But, I worked on a Brigimon with, and that's not my worst work, but I worked on a Brigimon with Shady Box and Masako and Exit Out, and that was another one. But my worst work is the thing I tried abridging Dominion Tag Police. I think by Masamune Shirao, and it's one of my favorite anime and manga, and I was like, I love this thing so much, it got me through puberty. I had to do something with it, and it was terrible. It was really, really bad, and it had, like, everybody was in it, like Lani Pator, Kaizeneko, Takahata 101, No Backing, One Kids, everybody was in it, all my friends, and I was like, this is going to be so great, doing an abridged episode of this, my favorite show with my favorite people. It was really bad. And I was like, I can't release this because it's just going to hurt everybody's reputations just by being in it. It was really unfunny and stupid, and maybe if I refined it, I could do it again, but I was genuinely embarrassed by it. And I showed it to Scott from Team 4-Star, and he was like, yeah, this is not that great. So I just kind of hid it away from the world. Apparently Lani was looking forward to seeing it, but yeah, that's probably the worst thing I've ever done. But of the things that you've probably seen, that it's technically the worst thing I've ever done, but I'm very proud of it, the vagina monologues. It'd be very hard pressed to say that it wasn't the worst thing that I've done, but it was also the best.
That is true.
Yeah. With the hat.
So I really like Marek Plays Bloodlines.
Oh, excellent! Yes, I really like Marek.
How did you even come up with that?
Do you guys know what Marek Plays Bloodlines is?
Yes.
About a third of you, I'd say. Basically, there's a game called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is based on the tabletop game you might have heard of. And it's using the Half-Life 2 engine, and it's a really great game, role-playing in the vampire universe. And you play the role of a vampire going around Los Angeles, basically. Is it Los Angeles? I think it is. And I thought this would make a great Let's Play. I don't want it to be me playing it, because I'm boring. Let's have Marek be a vampire and go around in LA just fighting people. That'll be funny. And it worked really well. I really enjoyed it. And I think you asked how do I go about doing it, or
I said how do you come up with it?
How do I come up with it? I genuinely just, I mean, the process of making that is I play the game, I record the footage, and then afterwards I watch the footage back and I come up with stuff for him to say. It's not, a lot of people ask if it's done on the fly, but Marek and Bakura speak at the same time a lot, so it would be very difficult to do that on the fly. But it's a very fun process, just because it's me just genuinely, like, becoming the Marek character in my head and being like, this is all the stuff that I'd like to say, but people would hate me if I said it. It's a lot of fun, and boxy boxes is something you like to say in that game. But you guys should definitely check it out. If you like Let's Plays, or if you like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, or if you like Marek talking about how he's not gay, then it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Nobody else in the front? Yes.
Yes. Do you occasionally delve into, like, just for fun Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction, like take a look at
I write Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction, dude. I'm a huge fan of the show, so I'm going to write about it, and it's not all, you know, inappropriate stuff.
Most of it.
A portion of it is. But yeah, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fiction. It's one of the reasons I got into the show so much was because a friend of mine was a kind of a prolific fanfic author, and she wrote Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fiction, and it was extremely long, but also extremely great. And I was like, yeah, I would give anything to be. That's why I was going to be Cursed Dragon, because I wanted to be a fanfic writer. Embarrassing as that is to admit, not really. But I wanted to be a fanfic writer, and then I realized I'm never going to match what these people do. They're fantastic. They're so talented. And then I made these little short scripts that had the characters saying silly things, and it became a big deal. I mean, what I do is basically fan fiction in video form, really, I guess. But yeah, I've definitely delved into Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fiction head first. I don't regret it. Young lady in the blue, yes.
Do you have a favorite artist?
Do I have a favorite artist?
Yeah.
Like a deviant artist, or just in general?
Like an anime artist, or like an in general artist?
Ooh. I don't know, you know. Whoever did the Bonds Beyond Time movie, I think, is really good. The animation director on that one is really good. But I don't know. I don't know many anime artists, really. Huh? Miyazaki's great, obviously. I mean, Miyazaki is like saying, you know, it's obvious if you can talk about artists in general. Miyazaki's a genius. Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind is like my favorite Miyazaki movie, and that movie is just beautiful. But I feel like I'm disappointing you because I genuinely can't think of anything. I don't know. Pegasus, he's my favorite artist. He designed all the monster cards, so there you go. Gentleman in the middle with the, is it Vocaloid shirt?
Yeah. Two questions.
Yes.
What are you working on right now? And tomorrow night there is karaoke. Will you join me in singing Pharaoh's Throne?
Tomorrow night, I should be free. Which character will you be playing?
Whichever one you don't want to be.
Well, I can't auto-tune myself, so maybe not the Pharaoh, I don't know. But I don't mind. I'll be Bakura if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just remind me, because I'm sure I won't be difficult to find. But what am I working on right now? I mean, episode 56, the final Noah episode. It should be out in a week or two. And I'm planning to have a new Naruto spoof episode done by the end of the month.
More smoking!
Yes. Pink haired. Mini Moon?
Cinnamon Moon, yeah.
Okay.
But, anyway, I was wondering, obviously you do a lot of voices for
Lies.
what would be your favorite and least favorite? And
Hi.
reason?
This guy. But favorite and least favorite? Favorite is Marin just because of how easy he is to like I said, to slip into. He's there under the surface, always lurking. But least favorite, that does describe him very well. Least favorite, originally Bakura was very, you know, difficult for me to acclimate to, just because the first time I did Yami Bakura's voice, I wasn't ready. It sounds weird to say I wasn't ready to speak, but I wasn't really prepared for such a hoarse, breathy voice. And I started sort of hyperventilating because he had so much dialogue, and I just genuinely was taken by surprise, and I was like, I can't do this voice, I'm going to have to do something else with this character, but I got used to it, and I learned how to pace myself with the voice, so it's not nearly as bad now. Least favorite voice, My Valentine. Jack Atlas is easy. He's a lot of fun, but My Valentine just becomes, I mean, that's the voice that I'm doing right now. That's not a character, that's goofy. That's just silly. I feel like I'm selling a character short, because My Valentine is awesome, you know, but... And her breasts. You can't sell her breasts short. So... Yes, the Irish gentleman.
Okay, yeah. I want to know, speaking of Bloodlines, what other games would you like to do with Marek and Bakura? Would they do a two-player game? That'd be